Hey everyone, welcome to the custom token launchpad presentation. This is a final presentation by Michael, which is part of the Navigators grant program. Michael, thanks for joining. Please, over to you.
Hello, let me share my screen. Okay. Welcome to the presentation of custom token launchpad that is developed by ZK Cloud Worker team. And I will speak about the introduction to Mina Tokens project. Then we will have some discussion about the features and architecture. Mina Tokens API will be discussed in details. I will speak about advanced fungible token admin that was developed as part of this project, and then we will discuss the road to mainnet. Mina Tokens is a no-code custom token launchpad that should make very simple working with fungible tokens on Mina protocol. Our intention was to make it as simple as possible so everyone just can use fungible tokens. Statistics on ZK Cloud Worker is, as of today, I just checked a couple hours ago. We have 1,300 proofs calculated for mainnet, more than 2,000 for DevNet and some for Zeka. And Mina Tokens is designed in such a way so we could go with ZK Cloud Worker to 1 million proofs. Mina is a live blockchain, and we already seen Mina node working on a fridge. And with Mina Tokens, now the fridge can not only run like Mina node, but it also can launch tokens, mint tokens, transfer tokens, airdrop tokens, and even a simple DEX is possible just on to be deployed on a fridge now. So what are the main features? The main features, you can launch tokens, you can mint new tokens to some addresses, transfer, you can airdrop. Right now, it takes 15 seconds to prepare one transaction in airdrop. So basically, in one block, you can include 12 transactions from the one sender account. But the number of sender accounts is not limited, so you can use airdrop up to full capacity of the Mina protocol right now. You can buy, sell, bid, offer, whitelist, blacklist some addresses, and as under the hood, offer and bid are being deployed as special contracts on Mina L1, and basically they're kind of deposit contracts that can transfer the tokens, and Mina subject to some conditions that should be executed. And whitelist and blacklist, they use off-chain storage that is on IPFS by fetching it in very simple way. Okay, so it's a front end. You see some tokens. Some people already use it. We have now traffic from approximately 10 countries and several hundreds visitors already. You can join our email list, and let's try to launch something. So let's say it will be test. Let's take some nice picture. We can put some Twitter. We can put some site. And you can mint immediately. So you just click on the here, and you can say how many tokens you want immediately to mint. And you can enter some addresses where you want to mint.
Michael, is there a limit on how many you could add on this particular dialog?
No, there is no limit, but practically it should be maybe maximum 100 because you can have like node instability or whatever that can prevent to mint some. So, but there is no limit because they'll being executed as different jobs.
Okay, yep, gotcha.
So okay, we press, and now the data is being verified. We should sign the transaction that is prepared. And now the metadata is going to Airwave permanent storage. You see two transactions on Airwave now. We verified all the data. In case it will be some problems with input data, it will fail, and the user should correct it. All the data is saved. All private keys that are generated are saved to JSON file. So you will have your private keys from your token. You have token address. It's too early to see because transaction is not ready yet, and we can see that now the job is started. So yes, it just finished. Okay, it's used. So and transaction is sent. It's included in the block, and token contract state is verified. So now we can mint. I'm pressing the signature, so minting in the same time 1,000 and 2,000 tokens. So it's all in parallel. So now we have several jobs. Yes, you see two jobs. They both mint token because we now minting to two addresses. It's what's going on right now. And as soon as they will be minted, they will be reflected on the chain. And we can wait why when the token will be reflected. It's not yet on the scan, Zeka scan. So we will see it a little bit later. Okay. So that's basically it. Okay. The first 1,000 are minted. And now we're waiting for second. Yes, we're approving the transaction, the second one. So we already have right now contract deployed. We already have 1,000 tokens minted. We're now waiting for the last transaction to be included in the block. Okay, let's go to presentation meantime. So it's how it works on the front-end side. What is under the hood? Under the hood, there are Mina token API endpoints that are now active for DevNet and for Zeka, and I use Zeka because it's fast for the previous demonstration. Mainnet can be deployed in 5 minutes because all the code is done in such a way that you simply change the name of the chain to deploy to the new chain. So the code is absolutely identical on mainnet, on DevNet, and Zeka. So we do not deploy for mainnet simply for reasons that it should be tested more. So Mina token API is responsible for building transactions, but to prove transaction, it sends jobs to ZK Cloud Worker. So when we look here, we see that basically there are a lot of jobs. We see also jobs for other projects. We see just recent deploy from CHOS. We see some other transfers. If we would go, basically we'll see on mainnet, it was minted just NFT some hours ago. So we will see a lot of jobs here. Oh, it's finished. So it's successfully minted. Tokens to two addresses. Everything is deployed, and everything is available to be used. Let's check. No, it's status scan is still indexing. Okay, let's return to architecture. So front ends and backends, they call directly Mini-token API endpoints. And you can see all your API requests. If I will change to my URL address, you can see basically all the information of API requests. So basically, as soon as transaction is built, is signed, the K-Cloud worker proves it and sends it to L1 or return to frontend. So in our case, when we mint here transactions, we ask to return transaction for the reason that probably approved jobs will be not be finished in the order. So some transactions, when we send to network, will fail because the nonce will wrong. So what we do here, we ask for all the approved transactions to come back to front end, and then we wait and send one by one to make sure that in case we mint, for example, 2,000 addresses, then the situation when proving jobs are finished in different times will not affect our ability to send transactions. Okay, let's look a little bit more details to transaction flow. So how it's organized. The user is sending request or to front end with wallet or to backend with Mini-signer. No one is required on front end or backend, so developers can just use their usual frameworks. They should not understand how ZK apps work, what is fungible token do it, and so on. They send post request and receive answer from Mini-tokens API. That's it, only post requests. Under the hood, the first request is request to build transaction, and Mini-tokens API builds the transactions and return unsigned, unproved transaction payload that has inside wallet payload and Mini-signer payload. So what developers do is simply to take on front-end wallet payload and give it to our wallet, or on backend take the Mini-signer payload, give it to Mini-signer, receive the signature, and then send the signature back to Mini-tokens API. So signed unproved transaction payload is being returned to Mini-tokens. Mini-tokens API sends it to the K-Cloud worker for proving, and the K-Cloud worker proves, or it sends it to L1 and return transaction hash, or it returns the proof transactions depending on the choice of the developer. Okay, let's now try to look more at some API requests. So I will start now some test applications that are sending a lot of requests to the API. And we will see some jobs also. Okay, so we see now that we have jobs for token December 3. And we have a lot of fresh, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds ago requests that are being executed right now. So what is going under the hood? The test code is sending many requests to the Mini-token API. The request for the first request was to deploy and it took 2 seconds. It's launch. Then it was request to prove as a transaction. Then it was waited for transactions. It was proved. So we can click here and it will open some transaction on the scan. Then it started the job for minting. So we can click here and we will have detailed information for the job that mint a token, including all the details of what's going on. Now we have the situation. We see that offer job is started, so offer contract is being deployed right now. So the user decided to offer 500 tokens. The transaction was built in 5 seconds. The proving job started, and now the test code is waiting for the job to finish. Because offer contract is quite big, it takes a little bit more time to finish proving. And it's basically how it works from the backend side. So you just call various functions, and from the point of view of developer, it's quite simple. So if you want to deploy token, the first you call build transaction API. It's first that you can do. Or second, what you can do is you can call post request. So it's kind of the post request that you should. For example, you can include whitelist here. And you have full documentation, both on the post endpoints here, so you can retrieve information, retrieve the balance, mint. You can do some airdrop, and there is full documentation of every API endpoint. Or if you prefer to use TypeScript, you can go to the description of the class MinoToken API, and for example, you can visit build airdrop and to check what kind of the information you should send to endpoints through TypeScript library. So you should send recipients, token address. That's kind of stuff to be able to deploy the token. Okay, so we see now it's being proved the job of buying the token. So some user came that wants to buy buy transaction, and it's being proved right now. That's then we will see transfer transaction in the step, but it will be more or less the same. So let's go back to the presentation and to check.
Michael, sorry to interrupt you. Is it possible to initiate buys or sells from the front end, or is it an API at the moment only?
Yes, on the front end, you can go to Explorer, you can open the details, and then you will have all the information about the specific token. So you will have all the information about token, all the information about admin, information about owner, list of the holders, all transactions that can be sorted. But then when you click on trade, you see all the buttons, but it's disabled because the trading and also additional actions with tokens that can represent some value and can be subject to compliance will be possible to do only through authorized developers. So basically, as soon as authorized developer will take care of the specific token, in the front end will be added possibility for specific token to do transaction. It will be very similar to basically what's going on with Launch, because it's under the hood, it will be the same API that is being used.
Gotcha. And when you say authorized developer, is it the
It's a little bit later.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay.
I will go to this point.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Please carry.
Okay, so what is the difference between Mina Tokens API and ZK Cloud Worker API? For Mina Tokens, you don't need to have any experience with ZK programming. You just need to be able to send post calls using any language of your choice. For ZK Cloud Worker API, you need to know how to do ZK programming on Mina, and it's much more complicated. So the reason why it's Mina tokens describe and develop in such way is to allow for everyone to easily use fungible tokens on Mina protocol. Mina tokens API supports only fungible token family. ZK Cloud Worker API is more broad, any smart contract in ZK program is supported. For Mina tokens API, you don't need any libraries. So you just can call window.mina if you have our wallet or Palat wallet installed. And optionally, you can use Mina tokens API, TypeScript library, and Mina Signer libraries. And that basically, but you can do everything with fungible tokens without the libraries. So it's why I'm saying it's possible now to mint, launch, and even run small simple decks on Fridge. For ZK Cloud Worker, you need O1.js, you need ZK Cloud Worker libraries. Additional features that does exist on Mina tokens is compile on demand, because we have a lot of contracts, and to make it fast, we compile only what is actually needed, and we detect those contracts by verification key. Smart nonce calculation to prevent a failing transaction because you have something in transaction pool already. The nonce will be amended, so you will have many transactions succeeded. Redundant fetching transaction status. It's necessary in production environment. All balances and all arguments are checked and validated. You can use for deep integrations token library by Mina tokens. The library API is strongly typed, so it will be easy and all the errors will be detected immediately. You have API calls history dashboard. And most important, the Mina tokens pays to user for API usage, while for ZK Cloud Worker, user should pay. So there is mechanism that allows to developer to charge per transaction, per minting, per transfer, some small fee. Therefore, it will be interesting for people to come to Mina protocol and try to earn some money by issuing tokens that probably will be have some broad audience. Also, ZK Cloud Worker was upgraded with ZK app composability support, with faster node, node next, token API wrapper class, and custom environment load. Fungible token admin contracts. There are two contracts. One is standard, and the second that was developed in this project is advanced. Fungible token admin, and when you deploy the token, you can choose standard or advanced. In addition to standard contract, authorization include checking total supply check, so you can put total supply and it will be enforced. In admin contract, you can have whitelist check, you can have blacklist check for various addresses, and you can have test of how many already was minted by some address. So if you want to limit maximum amount that will be minted by some address, you can do it. And even if it will be many transactions, it will be detected and only allowed amount will be minted. Additional features are conditional account updates. They use because we have limit on account updates. So for ZK app compatibility, we try to minimize number of account updates. So if some check is not being done, account update is not created by this advanced admin. Whitelist updating, whitelist fetching using probable witness async. And the additional features that can be integrated in the next fungible token standard is upgradable on some private voting and KYC AML compliant. Those features are not included because I cannot include them now in the current version of fungible token, but they are ready and can be included later. Road to mainnet. So now front-end, API endpoints, dashboard, contracts, libraries, and documentations are developed. Now we're going to the DevNet testing phase when it will be tested. Based on feedback, probably something will be changed, bugs will be fixed. The most important stuff is KYC integration. We're speaking with Etanek. And also we will discuss upgradable fungible token inclusion, depending on Mina Foundation position. Then we plan to go to soft launch on mainnet by invitation only, but full functionality will be available to the people who will launch the tokens on the platform by invitation. And then we will go to the general availability stage, where it will be available in majority of the countries, but trading will be only available through MDA developers. Okay, now it's time for announcements. I have great news and very proud to announce that we have authorized developer, and I'm happy to say that Satyam is authorized developer number one. We have great experience with him on working with Mina NFT API. And you can see right now on my screen some jobs sent by him, because on mainnet there is one more collection that he's managing and using Mina NFT and ZK Cloud Worker. So I'm very happy that he will be the first authorized developer for Mina tokens. Okay. Thank you. It's all the presentation. It's exactly my 30 minutes. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thanks, Michael. I think I might just go back to what are the responsibilities of an authorized developer? Could you speak a little bit about that for the platform?
Mm-hmm. Sure. So basically, the reason why we want authorized developers is to make sure that all the tokens will be compliant in the law, and some features of the fungible tokens that need some integrations, for example, to the games and so on, will be handled in the right way. So the first reason is to prevention of scam. So we will not allow trading on the platform without authorized developers reviewing the client, reviewing the token, and saying, yes, it's not a scam. It's the first reason why we need it. And as soon as authorized developers reviewed and confirmed, it will be allowed to be used on mainnet. Because when you receive, if you go and ask for API key, we ask you to fill the form with chains, and API key is enabled immediately for Zeko DevNet and Mina DevNet, but for Mina mainnet it's not allowed to be used, and we need to pass through KYC procedure and also to understand basically who is working. So without KYC procedure and without going through authorized developer, you will not be able to use trading facilities on Mina tokens. Otherwise, it will violate existing laws in terms of AML, KYC, money, and travel rule. So it's first. The second, we want actually to make sure that integration is made in best possible way. And therefore we want to work with developers who understand how fungible tokens work, and they do it in the best possible way for clients on mainnet. Although API is very simple, so in case your token is just game token without any value, no problem. We can just allow to work with API. So you can do transfers, you can do airdrops, but sale and buy functionality will be blocked if you go through API only without authorized developers. To actually get the possibility of selling and buying, you need to go through authorized developers. It's written here. So it's our current position on being compliant with the law.
No, thank you. So I also understand this is also enforced at the deployed contracts and not just on the front end, right? So if let's say someone can someone do it just via CLI? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask. And is it only blocked on the front end?
Yes, at the moment, because we're on DevNet, we do not block it. So you can go to our endpoints, and you can retrieve information about fungible token. And as soon as you retrieve it, as soon as you call this endpoint once, this information is automatically indexed in our Algolia database, and the token will be shown on DevNet. But on mainnet, it will not be automatic. It will be added to some database that is then will require additional human review before we will actually allow it to be shown on mainnet. So probably we will have one more form for it. So as soon as you want us to show some token on mainnet, probably we will ask some more information about it. For DevNet, of course, it's not a problem.
Right. Thank you. And is there anything enforced for anyone who wants to buy, or is it only for individuals who are launching the token? They need to
honestly, we want to go through those procedures only with developers. So as soon as developers pass the procedure, it's his responsibility. But given that some developers will also want to go through KYC procedure for users of the tokens for some cases, we plan also to integrate KYC for users. So it will not be our service. So we're discussing now connection with third parties. And probably we will do it also as a service for developers too. So for whitelisted tokens that require KYC, we will provide some possibility on site also to go through this KYC. It's also a possibility.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. I mean, if the audience has some questions, please come on stage or write in chat and I'll read it out to Michael. I don't think there is any from the audience yet, but I might just carry on my interrogation. Is it possible to see the front end? Do you have like an authorized token visible? We can look at what the buys and the sells.
Yes, you can just go and you see some tokens, some minted by me, some by not me. And you can launch your tokens on DevNet right now. So two networks are active right now, DevNet and Zeka. For DevNet, it's Mina tokens. For Zeka, it's Zeka tokens. So you can do it right now on DevNet. There are no limitations.
Okay, so you could buy and sell and you could do anything you want.
No. Buy and sell capability is not enabled because the position is basically that you should have front end close to what we will have on mainnet. So the code base is the same for mainnet and for DevNet. Therefore, if everything prepared in such a way as it will go on mainnet. So you can buy and sell through API. As you can see, so for example, we see here transaction for airdrop, for transfer, withdraw offer, buy token, offer token, mint, launch. So we have all those transactions that are going on through API. But because it will be disabled on mainnet without authorized developers, it's also disabled now on this front end.
Gotcha.
If it's necessary to test, I can create some virtual authorized developer, for example, for DevNet. So it would be possible in this case to just push some buttons and, okay, I want to connect this token to this virtual authorized developers, and then it will be possible to buy or sell on front end also. I can do this if necessary. Not a big problem.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice for people to just have the full workflow or go through all the abilities the platform provides. And I guess maybe my next question is, how are the buy and sell orders placed? Is it like an individual decides this is the price I want to sell the tokens at, and there could be like a lot of variance in this, or is it ordered in some way, or how does that work?
Okay, it works in the following way. So basically, Mina tokens is not a DEX. We do not provide DEX capabilities. We provide infrastructure capability that allows you to build kind of DEX, but we're not a DEX. So when you want to sell the token, you deploy offer contract on the chain. So let me find some answer. That will show. It's buy. Yes, offer. Okay, this one. Okay, it's still indexing as a transaction. So let me maybe find the same transaction on DevNet. Okay, this one. Okay, so we have a transaction that is basically deploying some ZK app on L1. So this transaction is creating additional contract that is deployed to a token account. Then tokens are transferred. So basically, when you create a token account, it's for 500. So you have this account that receives 500 token per 7. And then to buy those tokens, you need to interact with the app contract, and you can buy at the price that is written in the state of the contract some tokens up to 500. Or if the person who actually deployed this contract came, he can withdraw those tokens by calling this contract. So you can see, for example, the first transaction with this contract was to offer, so 500 tokens were transferred to it. Then the next transaction was to buy. Someone bought 10 tokens, and then the owner decided to cancel the offer, so he withdrew the remaining 490 tokens from this contract. So every bid and every offer is a contract. You deploy it on mainnet, on L1, and you can cancel this offer or bid by withdrawing the tokens or withdrawing the Mina. So offer contract is deployed to the token account of the token contract, and bid contract is deployed to usual contract with token to usual account with token ID 1. and it just has in the state the price and the token address that he accepts. And those contracts are automatically exchanging mina with token. So offer contract sends you token and takes from you mina at the price that is written in his state. And bit does opposite. So bit sends a token to the owner of the contract. He cannot take tokens himself because he's not on the token accounts. So he sends them directly to the person who put mina there, and he's sending mina to the person who's selling the tokens. So it's how it's organized. It's basically, in my opinion, the only way how you can organize right now on L1. So if you have many offers and many bids, it means that you have many contracts for bids and for offers, and you can basically just choose which one you want to accept by looking at the prices and the amounts available. So you can actually use this API to build a simple DEX. It's why I'm saying that basically now the fridge can even run a simple DEX, because all you need to do to run it is you need to call our API to deploy those contracts, offer a bid to the L1, to put some tokens there, to put some mina there, and to allow people to interact with those contracts. Bid and offer are also whitelisted. So you can, when you deploy the bid offer, you can say that basically it's whitelist. So it will be sold only to people who pass KYC, or it can be sold only to the members of some community, or it can be sold only to the players of some games, whatever you choose. It's up to you. Just we have list of the addresses and amounts for whitelisting. Or if you don't need, you just put empty whitelist to offer and bid. It's how it works.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm just going to check again from the audience if there are any questions. Hey, Carol.
Hey, Mikhail. That's amazing. I like your bit contract approach. I think it works well, because it's kind of like escrow, right? For being able to move the tokens above it. So that's really cool. A question I had was regarding how are you handling the mint pub keepers that are created during the launching of the token? Like, do users store it? Do users have it saved somewhere? What's the flow?
Okay, so basically when you launch the token, I prepare on front end JSON file. So token private keys have the same to JSON file. And if you open this file, you can see all the information about your token. So images being written to Airwave, you have all the details that you entered, and you have all your private keys that do not leave your front end.
Okay.
And you can save it, and basically you cannot use those keys actually, because the only way how you can use them in case of the next hard fork, you can upgrade your token.
Yeah.
So you will need those keys by the time, but otherwise they are absolutely useless. And you have also all those links and address. So in case you forget what is the address of your token, you will be able just to use this file to get. It's how it works.
I see, that makes sense. And then for just using the platform, would it show all the tokens deployed by myself? Was that supported?
Yes, you can go to Explorer.
Oh, tokenization.
And yes, and basically you can say that you can have like favorites or tokens that you own. I need to switch to some other account. It's Slacker. Sorry, let me switch to. I guess here I have some tokens. Yes, so I click on tokens I own, and it's being filtered on the tokens I own. Under the hood, I'm using BlockBerry API, so I fetch all the tokens for some contracts from BlockBerry API, and I look at the basically my balance, because I cannot index it myself as the metadata of tokens, because when you, for example, transfer the token with our wallet, this information change constantly. So if I would try to index it, I would just repeating the Explorer walk. It would be probably too hard to achieve. So I'm using BlockBerry API and the hood. It's why I have like small delay, like 1 second, because it's being fetched, analyzed, and then the metadata, it's being fetched from my Algolia backend for those tokens.
I see, that makes sense. Cool.
And you can put end. So if I want tokens I own end favorites, it's basically.
Cool, perfect. Nice, thanks. Yeah. What are the costs for the users to launch tokens?
Okay, so right now we have in the code 1 mina for every launch transaction, and 1.0 mina for every other transaction that should cover our proving costs, because we're running the prover and we need some compensation on it. But on top of it, you can basically define any amount. So what the user can do is, who is actually doing the stuff, he can go and define, let me show you the code, probably it's better. So in API, yeah, so you have developer fee on every transaction. So in base, yes, in base you have developer fee. And developer fee is linked to the public key of the user who's calling our API. So as soon as you go to API page, you click Get API, and your key is automatically inserted into the form, or you can change it. And it is the key, it is the public key where you will receive those money. So you can put, in addition to protocol fees, you can put any fee that you define. And this fee will be transferred to address of developer. So for developer, it also can be interested. There is one limitation. So probably there will be some transactions where it will not be enough account updates. It's the reason why I try on advanced fungible token admin to use conditional account updates that basically are being created only in case when it's actually required. So if you would go to CanMint in advanced admin, so you will see that I do some like whitelisting and so on, and then I use in several places account update create if.
I see. Yeah.
So in case, for example, there is no whitelist, then I do not create account update. And the reason why I do so is to be able for other developers to use as many account updates as possible in this situation. So it's how it's being handled with the prices. So the price is flexible, and basically our intention is to allow developers to decide what they want to charge for from the users for their work.
I see. That's really cool. Is that updatable? Is that stored on Arweave, or is that stored on chain?
You mean developer fee?
Yeah.
Developer fee you can put to every transaction. different. So as soon as you send any transaction, so you can decide, so for example, for transfer, I do not charge. For lunch, I charge like 100 mina. And for some transactions, I charge 5 mina. So it's absolutely flexible. You can charge different prices to different users, more or less the same as this works right now with Mina NFT. So if you would look, for example, for last transactions that are on my net, so every transaction has different fee. So right now is a new Minity collection. Yes, this means, for example. So if you will compare the hash of these transactions with some other transactions, the prices will be different. So you can do the same with tokens. So it's absolutely up to you to define. I do not limit it at all.
Perfect. Okay, that makes sense.
But when I build transaction, I include just my, so I have contract for building transactions, and let me, that's this one. So what I do, I put some fees here. Okay, so I put some proving fee. That is 1 mina for lunch and 0.1 mina for all other transactions. And it's there basically. It's all in, I'm trying to put it into the same account update to save for account updates. So I create one account updates, and I put in this account updates account creation fee, proving fee, and developer fees. So the sender do not have many updates in this case, and it's basically summed. So you can see, for example, in some transaction, yes, if you would see balance 1.1, you see.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's how it works. Because you understand that the account updates are of supply. So I'm spending a lot of time trying to put together everything that I can put together to do it conditional and so on. And also, if we would look at the how this advanced admin is implemented, then I track the total supply. I tracked in a token account of advanced admin. So basically, when I looking at total supply, it's token account of admin. I do not use the amount that is on token account of the token, although it's the same number. For the reason that I'm saving on approval account update.
Yeah,
it's the reason why I doing that stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely good approach.
So a lot of like very hard solutions that all are based on saving account updates. As soon as we will have hard fork and it will be like unlimited to 20, it will be possible to change this code, because I would not, in this case, to save this information on my admin. I can just use it from the token. But at the moment, I need to do more complicated stuff. So,
makes sense.
Yes, so when I handle total supply, I create account of admin token ID.
I see. Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. That also makes sense with the bid one, that you kind of transfer it to a separate smart contract, so you can kind of use the new account updates. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, I tried to do it actually with token accounts. It was not working because the transaction was too expensive when I'm trying to do minting. So I had to find some other solution, and the solution is to use token accounts of admin contract.
Yeah, I see. Makes sense. And you kind of pre-mint it before selling, so you don't mint conditionally. You mint it, and only then you allow it to.
Yes, and basically when I build, so if when I deploy the contract, it's working like this. So yes, I'm deploying. So if advanced admin, that I create additional account update here. So address is the same as admin contract address, and token ID is token ID derives from admin contract address. And here I add 1 mina in the beginning when I pay account creation fee. So this account is being created during deployment of the contract. And then it's just used, because in case I would use it, I would try to create it during the mint, it also would be additional account update, and also it will fail because of the transaction being too expensive. So I split it into 2 transactions. The first that is less expensive of deployment, I can put it without any problem, so I should not pay this later. It's how it works now. So it's split it.
Yeah, nice. Makes sense.
Cool.
Okay. Any more questions?
No, I don't think so. I'm just going to check the chat again, but obviously I know we are doubled our time, but I'm like happy if anyone in the audience has any more questions, because this is a really exciting project, and we have Michael online. I don't see anything, so thank you so much, Michael, for walking us through your work. Very much looking forward to. Is this live on DevNet? Can anyone go and like just go do it, like you mentioned on the links?
Yes.
Yep.
It's live on DevNet. It's live on Zeko right now. And as soon as we will finish testing and we'll understand that we don't have like bugs and so on, we plan to go on mainnet in like soft variant with invitation only, approximately January.
All right, thank you. So our audience, please go to this URLs, generate some proofs of Michael and issues, and thank you again.
And also, please go to the example that basically allows you to do it with code, and use this example to send a transaction to API. To do so, you need to get API key. Please go click on Get API, get your API key, put it on your environment, and just call with the API, trying to test how it works. I would be happy, because basically there are a lot of contracts, a lot of conditions, and so on. So it would be good to find what kind of the combination of those conditions are not working, like causing problems right now, and so on. So in my test, everything is working, but of course I test only subset of the parameters. So it would be good to test some other subsets too.
All right. Thank you again. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for joining.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye.